Hi friends, welcome back to Inspo English. I am Xavier KS, your English teacher. Friends, these days we are discussing the non-finites and we have already completed the discussion on the infinitives and the gerund. Today I am here to discuss the third item, and that is the participle. Participles have such forms as present participle and past participle. Of course, we have perfect participle. There is a separate entity, and I will discuss it later. Okay, participle formed from present tense is known as present participle, and participle formed from past tense is known as past participle. Okay, and present participle shows an unfinished action, an action in progress, and past participle shows an action already completed. Let's see an example for both. Okay, to repeat what I said right now, present and past tenses have such forms as participles, that is present participle and past participle. Participle from present tense is known as present participle, and participle from past tense is known as past participle. Present participle shows an unfinished action. See the example. Hearing a noise, I woke up. Here, the word hearing is the participle, and hearing a noise, I woke up means the action is in progress, an unfinished action. So here it is used to form the present participle. Okay, hearing a noise. Coming to the next one, past participle, shows completed action. See the example. The room was laden with furniture. I hope you know the meaning of the word laden. Laden with means full of, filled with. The room was laden with furniture. That is participle. Here actually laden is the participle, that is past participle. Was is there to form the passive structure. Was laden is the complete form of the verb. Room is the subject, and the room was laden with furniture. That means here the past participle is used to form the passive structure. Anyway, the participle is used. Past participle is used here. And now let's come to the uses of the participle in general. Okay. See, I have enlisted some 8 uses. Let's consider them one by one. Get started with it. Okay. Uses of participle. 1. To form continuous and perfect tenses. That means participles can be used to form all the continuous tenses. Present continuous, past continuous, future continuous, then present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future perfect continuous tense. So participle can be used to form continuous tenses and perfect tenses. It can be present perfect or past perfect or future perfect. So in all the perfect tenses we can use the participle, and in continuous tense. Let's see examples. I am reading. Here am reading is the tense form, and that is present continuous. Reading, the participle is used to form the present continuous tense. In another example, I was playing tennis. See, was playing is the complete verb, and playing is the participle, and it is used to form the past continuous tense. Okay, past continuous tense. Then I had written a letter. I have written a letter. I have given 2 options, had and have. I had written, that is past perfect, and have written present perfect. Here written is the participle, and that is past participle of the verb. It's used to form the past perfect tense and present perfect tense. I had written a letter. I have written a letter. Coming to the next use, second one, as adjective in all positions. That means participles can be used as adjectives, and they can come in any position in a sentence. Here I have chosen an example where the participle forms the subject part of the sentence. A rolling barrel hit the dog. Rolling is the participle here, present participle is used here, and a rolling barrel, that together forms the subject, and rolling, the present participle, forms the subject position of the sentence, a rolling barrel. And coming to the third one, as part of predicate. You know what is subject and predicate. Subject means something about which we speak is the subject, and what is spoken of the subject is the predicate. That means here a participle can come at the predicate part. Let's see the example. The old lady looked worried. The old lady looked worried. Here, worried is the participle used, and the old lady is the subject, and looked worried is the predicate part, and participle occurs in the predicate part as part of the predicate. Another example, the one-act play was exciting. One-act play is the subject, and was exciting is the predicate, and here exciting is the participle. Okay, participle, and it is used in the predicate part, or it is used to form the predicate part. And coming to the fourth one, in apposition. I think this term is familiar to you. I have already explained it in my previous video on the infinitives. Okay, here in apposition means, to give a short explanation, in apposition means a word or a phrase used as an explanation to another word in the same sentence. I think from the example it will be very clear to you. Here our question is the participle that is used in apposition to another word in the sentence. Here, shivering and panting. The man shivering and panting fell down. The man is the noun here, and shivering and panting, that is that expression is in apposition to the noun man, which forms the subject of the sentence, and the man shivering and panting fell down. Two participles are here. One is shivering and the other one is panting. Okay, I hope you know the meaning of the word panting. That means exhausted, taking deep breaths after a long run. That is panting. Panting fell down. Then fifth one, as complement of the object. That means a participle can form or function as the complement of the object. I found him. Him is the object here. In the first part, I found him somewhat relieved. Found him. Relieved is the key word, and that is the participle, and that refers back to the object him, and it is used as a complement of the object him. Relieved is used. The participle is used as a complement to the object. Then coming to the sixth one, as nouns, placing the before them. That means we place definite article the before a verb or an adjective, and then it gets the effect of a noun. See the example. Okay, the wounded were taken to the hospital. That word wounded, actually wounded, it can be used as a verb, and it can be used as an adjective in an expression like wounded man. Man is the noun and wounded is the adjective there. Such a term can be given the effect of a noun with the use of the definite article just before it. See, the wounded. That means the wounded man or the wounded people. Okay. Very often it refers to the entire group. The wounded were taken to the hospital. The sick That means all the sick people. The lay means all the lame people. The poor mean the poor and the downtrodden. That means all the poor and downtrodden people in the world. The illiterate. Then it becomes a noun. The wounded were taken to the hospital. So the use of the at the beginning or before a particular adjective or verb, it gets the effect of a noun. So placing before them. Okay, here it is actually the participle. Okay, past participle. Then seventh one, as adverbs modifying the adjectives. As adverbs, that means a participle can be used as an adverb modifying the adjective. Here the cloth is dripping. It is present continuous. The participle dripping is used to form the present continuous tense, and in this sentence, see, it functions like an adverb. The cloth is dripping wet and it modifies the adjective wet. It functions like an adverb and it is here used as a modifier to the adjective wet. It is freezing cold. Here again, see, freezing is the participle and it functions like an adverb and it modifies the adjective wet. Okay. So these are the two examples as adverbs modifying the adjectives. That means participle can be used as adverbs modifying an adjective. Then coming to the last item, and that is in absolute phrases with a noun or a pronoun. Say phrases like the sea being rough, okay, or God willing, having finished, seeing the monkey. These type of phrases are called absolute phrases, and these absolute phrases, in absolute phrases with a noun or a pronoun, there will be a noun as part of this absolute phrase. Here in the first one, see, the sea being rough. Sea is the noun and being rough, being is the participle here. The sea being rough, they did not set sail. So what is the explanation? The absolute phrases. That means participle can be used in absolute phrases with a noun or a pronoun. Here it is the noun, the sea being rough. And with that we form the absolute phrase. Another one, God willing. God willing. Okay, Deo volente. There is a Latin expression which means God willing. If God wills. Okay, God willing, our business will prosper. Okay, so this is another absolute phrase, and here participle is used, willing. Then coming to the next sentence, having finished the work. This is the absolute phrase, having finished the work, and here actually having finished is the having finished is the participle, and here it is a little bit different. As I said at the beginning, it forms the perfect participle. Okay, perfect participle. Having finished the work. I will give you more details about perfect participle in another short video. Having finished the work, Raju went home. Here our concern is the participle, use of participle. Having finished. In absolute phrases, we use this participle, and having finished is the participle, and the noun is work. Used with the noun, the work. Having finished the work, Raju went home. Seeing the monkey. Here, seeing the monkey is the absolute phrase, and seeing is the participle, and it is used in an absolute phrase like this. Okay, then let's reconsider the sentences. See, these sentences, these absolute phrases in these sentences can be converted into subordinate clauses if you want. I can show you with an example. See, God willing, our business will prosper. That means if God is willing, if God permits, if God is willing, if God is willing, our business will. That means God willing is expanded into a subordinate clause. This absolute phrase is expanded into a subordinate clause. Here the first one, the sea being rough, they did not set sail. That means as the sea was rough, they did not set sail. Okay, in the next one, having finished the work, Raju went home. Here it is perfect participle. So we have to use the perfect form. That is, as he had finished the work, Raju went home. As he had finished the work, Raju went home. Seeing the monkey, the child was excited. When the child saw the monkey, he was excited. When he saw the monkey, the child was excited. Okay, so these are the 8 uses of participle in different types of sentences in different positions. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session. I'm sure it will be very helpful to you in both spoken and written English. I will be back with another very useful video soon. Till then, goodbye and thank you.